We were down 0-2.
I mean,
We were down 0-2.
We were down 0-2, and Des tweeted out Astros in 7.
We're down 0-2, and we're going to win.
Welcome back to another edition of Beyond the Diamond podcast here on the Apollo Podcast Network. Brian Lima, Apollo Des, producer Josh here with you. Our ALCS coverage is presented to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. And boys, it's Game 7. Glad Des is back from Cancun so quick. Thanks for coming back, Des. Thanks for coming back.
Why are we getting ugly? We won 3 games. The economy, like all inclusive, like the prices go up.
You already paid for it.
Game 7.
All right, you want to cut and we start that over or what?
No, we're good.
Okay.
I feel fine. Like legitimately, I felt anxious.
I felt
good. Worried yesterday. Today, I feel fine. Like
you feel good.
I feel good.
Look at him; he's relaxing.
On
he's got
this
his feet up.
On this, like the golden ages does not end tonight.
Josh, how do you feel?
Damn, that's gonna get bookmarked.
Still some.
You are so getting bookmarked for that.
Still some gold left in the sifter, huh? We're still finding it. I feel kind of the same, but then being relaxed is making me nervous because I shouldn't be this relaxed because it's a Game 7 of ALCS against a team that just beat us by 7 runs yesterday, and we can't win at home. But at the same time, I don't know. Christian Javier, I just played MLB The Show on Rookie and went 9 innings, 1 hit, 22 Ks. So I'm all about it. It's going to happen,
Good, manifesting. Manifest it out there.
What about you, big dog? Where are you at? Remember, we're just humans. We're just being humans.
If there's a team that can have their back against the ropes and come back after a 9-2 loss where Adolis Garcia's soft ass hits a grand slam late in the game, which I'll probably get ratioed for that later, but that's fine. It's the Houston Astros, and if you remember back last year, the Phillies kicked the Astros' ass, and then the next outing was Christian Javier, and he throws a no-hitter.
Very true. Yeah.
If there's a team that can do it, and if there's a guy that can do it, it's Christian Javier. I know it's a new year. I know it's not last year, and they're playing at home. I don't know what it is with this team playing at home. It's kind of eerily similar to the 2019 World Series so far. But a couple things have to happen outside of Christian Javier. I don't know what's wrong with Kyle Tucker.
It's a fair statement. I think he's gassed.
I don't know what's wrong with him. You got to have production from him. You got to get something from Jeremy Pena. And then when you get guys on, you've got to score them, just like you did in Arlington. They were, I think 1 for 8 or 1 for 9 in Game 6 with runners in scoring position. It was 1 for 8, and they left 9 guys on base. That's not going to win games.
Yeah,
so, and then again, it's Game 7, boys. Anything can happen in a Game 7. We know that. So it's all hands on deck. But how much easier will it be if you can get a solid 6 innings from Christian Javier?
Oh, that'd be sweet.
So
that'd be awesome. That'd be amazing.
I think if he goes 6 under 2 earned runs allowed, we win the game.
I think the score last night doesn't really tell everything because it was 3-2 and 4-2 so late, and obviously they put that 5 spot up late.
Yeah.
It's about execution, and we've all said it on this podcast, year in, year out. Doesn't matter what you do in the regular season, whatever you do October erases it. At this point, I don't care what you do the rest of the series. What you do in Game 7 can erase everything, and that goes for JP, that goes for Tuck.
On that point,
you believe?
I believe. I think Kyle Tucker hits a big bomb tonight, and like you said, I don't care what he did games 1 through 6. If he hits a bomb tonight, that makes a difference.
I feel like with Kyle Tucker, it's like I think Joe Davis was talking about it on the broadcast with Smoltz. He said he feels like a ticking time bomb. At some point, he's going to have an offensive explosion. I still feel that way. At some point, hopefully it's tonight in Game 7, he explodes 3 for 4, 2 for 4 with a big bomb and a double or something. A thing that worries me a bit is last night we saw there was a runner on first and second, and Kyle Tucker comes up, and the first thing he does is square around a bunt and fouls it off.
Yeah,
Bro, you're Kyle Tucker. Like, you were one of the candidates for MVP for this team the entire season long. You're a 30-30 guy. Why are you squaring around a bunt? Yeah. No, son, fucking swing it. And yeah, I think he grounded out for that at bat or whatever. You got to have production from him. You got to execute in big moments, meaning when you get guys on and runners in scoring position. They're going against Max Scherzer again. I think Max Scherzer is going to be a lot more sharp than we saw in the first game. And I would also think he was pretty heavy, dominant fastball a couple of games ago. I would assume he's going to go to the slider early in the game. But still, he's still coming back from injury. I don't think he's going to be able to give you more than 70 pitches, 75 maybe. So if you can get him out by the third or fourth and then stretch it out with Dunning and the rest of those guys, it's advantage Astros. But again, the offense has got to come through when runners are in scoring position.
I think going into Game 7, I think the Rangers definitely feel like it's their series to win right now, just because of the win last night of how like putting up that 5 spot late. Yeah. But you flush it, and I think the other side too. I think Bochy's really going to try to. I mean, if Scherzer's sharp, and if he gets 5 innings out of him, I think he'll take that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Montgomery is the bridge guy, like Patrick Corbin was for the Nationals to get to the bullpen. I think Bochy has the Swarbriz guy. What was his name? Spores. And Leclerc, and then maybe Chapman for his limited 3-bat. Like, I think that's it. So if you get Scherzer out of this game, you can make Bochy get uncomfortable. I think if you don't, then it's gonna be Jordan Montgomery for 2 on 2 days rest, and then it's gonna be
Dane Dunning did pretty good against us his last.
Yeah, but I mean, do you trust? I think you go to your horse that's shut down the Astros and Jordan Montgomery.
I hear that. Yeah. Before we get into predicting all that stuff, when would Game 1 of a World Series be?
Friday.
So whoever's you go anybody.
Anyone.
You're not worried about that.
It's all hands on deck. If Verlander can give you 20 pitches, you go to Verlander at some point.
The only pitchers not available for either side is Framber and Eovaldi.
Yeah.
Everyone else is full bore for a Game 7.
Yeah, and you talked about Bruce Bochy. Like, what we saw from him last night, he trusted Eovaldi and put him into the 7th. Got an out from him in the 7th. Like, pitch count was starting to get up. He had stressful pitches pretty much all night. But Bruce Bochy, being Bruce Bochy, the old school guy, like, ran with his horse, and he was able to get a couple extra outs to try to save that bullpen. At some point, unless Spores is that damn good, if they see him tonight, you would think the Astros are finally going to get to him, right?
Like, they were getting to him last night a little bit.
Yeah. So
load the bases.
I think you made a really good point there about Bochy being old school and riding his guy.
Yeah.
I think that can get him in trouble tonight. I think there could be an opportunity where everyone's like, maybe Scherzer should be pulled right here, and he tries to steal something, and the Astros could definitely take advantage of that.
That's it. I think
foreshadowing.
There's a world where he's struggling in the 2nd. They leave him in a little too long, and we get 5 runs up by the 2nd.
I think more of just like the 4th to 5th inning. I think he could be trying to steal outs in the end.
So the question that I have is how many times through the lineup is Bruce Bochy going to let Max Scherzer face?
That's why I think he at max 2.
I think it depends on how the first time around goes. Now, if he goes through,
for sure, if he's rolling
clean, I don't know, man.
I don't think he gets past the 3rd today. I just don't. I think we put pressure on him, whether we're scoring runs or not.
I think he goes 5.
I don't think so. I think this elimination game, unless he is absolutely rolling. Yeah. But I think we work counts. We get him into like maybe the 50s by the 3rd, and we put runners on, and he either gets through the 3rd inning or he gets pulled in the middle of the 3rd inning.
I'll go in between you guys. I think he'll go through 4, but I think Bruce Bochy is going to have a short leash just as I think Dusty Baker is. It's Game 7, man.
Yeah,
Anything can happen in a Game 7. The leash is going to be short. We know that if they get through 2 times through the lineup, meaning either Max Scherzer or Christian Javier, we might see action in the bullpen. Who knows?
Let's say, what's the line you think on Scherzer pitching outs tonight?
From our friends over at Price Picks, I bet it's gonna be 13.5.
13.5 what?
Outs.
His outs.
Outs.
Yeah, you might.
Okay.
I was somehow. And
the Vegas line is minus 132 Astros. So Vegas has the Astros favored.
What does Vegas know?
They're not dumb.
There's what I'm saying is, I wasn't being sarcastic. What I'm saying is that Vegas usually has a pretty good pulse on odds and things like that. So, but at the end of the day, like I keep saying, it's Game 7.
So
and also to throw something else at you guys, which I know we're going to get to, and we're kind of awaiting a word on what the situation with Brian Abreu is going to be. Brian Abreu, if he's not available tonight, like who throws the 8th? Hector Neris?
Yeah.
Like what is Dusty going to do that?
It's going to be me. Yeah. John, it'll be someone.
Yeah. It'll be throw the kitchen sink at everybody. Like
this is very interesting from our friends at Prize Picks. Scherzer's line for pitching outs is 13, more or less.
So that's what?
4 1/3.
4 1/3.
Christian Javier, 12.5.
Oh, I'm taking that over all day. I'm taking that over on Javier all day.
Strikeouts, Javi's at 4. And Scherzer's at 4.
I take Javier's over on pitching outs for sure.
Man.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a pretty good line for Scherzer, though. 4 1/3. That's a tough line to take either direction.
Yeah. It's just gonna be. This is where 2 old school managers are. Obviously, they're going to be looking at analytics and numbers and things like that, but the feel of the game is going to come into play for both of them.
Mm-hmm. This series deserves 7 games.
Yeah, no question.
From Jump Street, the regular season series.
I mean, that's why we made the shirt. We knew it was going to be a good series. Battle for Texas. Like, I don't think anybody expected it to be like a sweep either way.
I mean, I think you predicted a sweep on pod.
I predicted 5 games. I was being a little just being an asshole, saying.
But you did say it was like you did follow up with this may go 7.
Yeah,
I just think that you have 2 really different teams of how they were built, bought that scenario. 2 old school managers being forced out. Like all these old war horses are being forced out of the game. They're hiring younger people. Everything's going to laptops decision making. I think it's kind of poetic that it's going to 7 games and you have 2 old school guys, leading that charge. But also, like, I'm not stressed. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't I honestly feel the Astros are going to win this game, and it's going to be a great night to party. I really think so, and I don't know why. Because I know how good the Rangers offense is.
If you're gonna party, what should you drink when you're partying?
Good segue.
Damn, dude, that was good. That was good, dude. That was really good. I'm gonna be drinking some Zing Zang, the new Bloody Mary mix, Blazing Bloody Mary mix. Maybe vodka already. I can't reach it. It's right there, but that was good, dude. What a
Somebody hand Dez the product placement, please.
I'll get it.
No, not y'all. There's somebody else in there.
No, they're all gone.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Blazing Bloody Mary mix made with vodka. Zang responsibly. The boys have been zanging on stream. If you had it, send a photo to us of you drinking the new Blazing Bloody Mary mix. Shout out to Celebrity Mint. Follow them at the Celebrity Mint. We're about to do some cool stuff with them and their new pieces that they're going out. I think the Tyson one drops here soon. And then Big City Wings. If you're not going to the game tonight, go to Big City Wings.
Yep.
The vibes have been vibing there. If you haven't followed them on socials, they've been posting about pretty much how big the crowds are at every single big city wings for the playoff game. So Houston's wing joint, Paul's wing joint, and that's it for my ad reads.
All right. Well, let me put this to y'all now. Prediction for the game.
Well, I'm not going to the game. I'm 0-4, so we're gonna win.
Okay.
5-3.
5-3.
Damn, we're simpatico on that one. I was gonna say Astros 5-2. It's the prediction I made on the radio.
Simpatico.
He said 5-2 earlier, and now he gave him.
I
an
did
extra
say
round.
5-2 earlier. Damn it.
I said it on the radio show this morning that we were gonna win 5-2. That could be a good omen, Des.
Dude, we're
Let's go.
simpatico. I don't even know what
Josh,
that
what do you
means.
think?
Is that French?
Fragile.
I'm pretty confident. Tonight.
Must be Italian.
Dude, you
7-2.
what?
What?
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna get bookmarked on the
I think it
internet.
is like a close 2-3 run game, but then later in the game, similar to what they did last night, I think we get a.
We haven't done it all year.
God, dude, all I know is the Astros cannot lose this game. The fucking Ranger fans are gonna be insufferable, boys, for a year.
We're winning,
We will
dog.
never
We're
have to
winning.
hear the fucking end
We're
of it.
winning. Everyone in the
They
comments
gotta
give us a
win.
score prediction.
They have to win.
They're going to win. They're not. When you start have to, that's when you start pressing.
So we
They're gonna win.
we did the math earlier. The Astros in elimination games during this golden era, they are 8-4. That's
It
pretty
was very loose math.
very loose math. That
Very
could be
loose
wrong.
math.
We
Could be
literally
wrong.
were going in our heads. 2020. So it was 8-4. I don't know what they are in game sevens, but if
I think
Wilhelm-
tags. I think tags tweeted
Well,
it.
I saw a stat. Bruce Bochy has never lost a game 7. Dusty
Yep.
Baker's never won a game 7.
That's scary.
time for change.
Astros all time in game sevens is 2-3. 2004 NLCS lost to St. Louis on the road. 2017 ALCS beat the Yankees at home. 2017 World Series beat the Dodgers on the road. 2019 World Series lost to the Nationals at home. 2020 ALCS lost to the Rays in San Diego in the Mickey Mouse year.
So they've only had one at home. They've only had one game 7 ever at home. And they lost it.
And they won it.
But it's time for some change.
Things are changing.
I think our experience, the Astros team experience in this golden age, this is where it comes out. Big moment.
I mean, it's really poetic that the season's, like you mentioned earlier, that it hinges on Javier.
Everyone.
But it also hinges on the Astros winning at home and
Yeah.
scoring at home. Like, it's very full circle. Like,
It
and
is,
that's,
yeah,
That's
I mean-
baseball. That
Yeah, I
makes
mean,
it
this
so
is- I mean,
beautiful.
It obviously it's the season, but this is the season right here. I mean, this is a perfect culmination of everything that's happened this season. All the things that have gone against us, with us. I mean, every game Javier's pitched in this postseason has been like a swing game, and then now a game 7. It's kind of like, but he keeps rising to that moment. So
Yeah.
He keeps answering the bell. That's all you can
Yeah.
ask.
And I think another beautiful thing about this game is you can get your ass kicked the
You can
night
redeem
before,
yourself.
and you can turn around 24 hours later. You don't have to wait a week, and you can redeem yourself. So I think that's another thing that goes into this game 7 for the Astros.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll have Brian Abreu. What is it? What did you guys read and hear earlier today?
Ken Rosenthal was
Hold on. Before that, you have something to show everyone. Free Brian Abreu. Free him. That was pretty cool.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Literally.
I was like, oh, maybe they'll get on TV tonight. Literally the first.
Literally the first inning. Literally
Yeah,
the first
first
inning.
Adolis at bat.
I sent y'all the screenshot of one of my college teammates. I had another buddy reach out to me late last night, and then I had another buddy reach out to me this morning asking about those signs. So shout out to Spaceman for printing those out and
Fucking Spaceman, dog.
Colin killed that.
Colin
Colin
killed it.
sending those out, and they were, I mean, dude, it was all over the place, man. It was all
awesome.
over the place. And also, free Brian Abreu, like,
Free.
this
That's
suspension
some
thing is such
bullshit.
bullshit. It's such
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's so
Ridiculous.
stupid. Even if there's you think he might have hit him intentionally, hitting one batter, like not even like near his head, like a normal place to hit a batter. First batter he's hit.
How do you
he's
prove intent?
suspended for? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The
Like that doesn't happen 10 years. Even 10 years ago, that doesn't happen.
The verbiage they used was they deemed it intentional. Well, how do you prove intent?
Yeah.
And
You
also
can't.
the other side too is 2 games out of a 7-game series is like a shit ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's so much.
That's
Yeah.
Especially fucking a game 7 or potential World Series games.
It's bullshit,
That's
man.
like, yeah. It's
You find everybody involved and you just keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Keep it fucking moving. You don't fuck with
you know what really fucking gets me about this? If Adolis Garcia
goes to first base,
gets hit, walks to first base, none of this happens. Nobody's ejected. Nobody's suspended. The umpires don't even bat an eye, I bet. But because of his reaction, now they have to make it a whole thing. So how is that? So the reaction of somebody getting hit is what determines the intent? That's not how that works.
Yeah, and also didn't Adolis Garcia make contact with the umpire?
Oh yeah, he fucking shoved an umpire.
Yeah, you can't do that
on the umpire.
Yeah, and you
can't do that.
Fine.
You're supposed to be fined and potential suspension for that.
Yeah.
Now the ejections and all that, sure, you want to do that, that's fine. Probably warranted.
After the fight, I got the injections. That's fine.
But
Scherzer versus Javi, wow.
But to suspend Brian Abreu it's just bullshit. It's what it comes down to.
Well, what we heard, Ken Rosendahl was on the Foul Territory podcast with Adam Jones was on that podcast. We didn't hear the whole thing, but apparently Adam Jones had reported that Brian Abreu will be available to pitch tonight. Ken Rosenthal says he can't confirm it, but that his opinion is that he should. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, probably by the time this is out and probably by the time you're listening to this, the news is out either way. But I think he'll be available. I think MLB would have some real issues with the Astros. The Astros would have issues with MLB if they suspend our setup man for a game 7 of ALCS. That's just kind of bullshit.
All right, hang on.
I don't think they let that slide. World Series game 1 and 2, like that's a maybe. Like that's a little bit more tolerable. But a game 7 of an ALCS pennant, I don't think MLB wants that to be determined by fucking suspension. So
I'm reading through. I got a couple emails from the Astros, so let me.
Oh, did they tell you?
I mean, I'll get it once it's announced. I'll get it to my email.
Oh, you mean the press release thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the press release, but I haven't. It's nothing yet. So.
All right. Well, we're probably not going to get it before the end of this episode. So, anything else y'all want to touch on, boys?
No, I just think it all comes. I mean, again, I've said it like 1,000 times. I'll say it again. It's game 7. We know anything can happen in game 7. It's the 2 best words in sports. Game 7.
Game 7, dog.
Oh.
We were down 0-2.
I mean,
we were down 0-2.
We were down 0-2, and Des tweeted out Astros in 7.
We're down 0-2, and we're gonna win.
You can bring out all the cliches that you want. Pressure makes diamonds. Backs against the wall. You come at the king. You best not miss. Whatever it takes. But it's and here's another one. It's what is it? A put up or shut up time. Whatever you want to say. Like you got to go execute with runners in scoring position, and you got to get a good outing from Christian Javier and let the rest take care of itself. And I think the Astros win it.
I just want to see Astros hitters string hits together.
Yeah.
I just want to see one inning where it's just hit after hit after hit.
Kyle Tucker, big 2-run bomb off of Max Scherzer in the 3rd inning coming.
Well, there we go.
Wow.
Do it. Game 7, boys. Let's go.
That's going to do it for the Beyond the Diamond podcast.
Oh, you watched it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had to edit it, dude.
I had to edit it. Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond the Diamond podcast. I'm Josh. That's Des. That's Brian. Game 7. This is it. We will see you next time.
Peace.
Love you guys.